this year, and we're going into a recession.
Okay.
And when we talk about Kenyans who are doing things, and wako they're making strides, they're doing great things, lakini you don't necessarily hear about them. This is one of them. So we decided that what we're going to do is get you people who are going to aspire to inspire you, because this story is great, it's innovative, and we promise you, if you listen, not hear, if you listen, you'll learn a thing or two, and then hopefully your life and your career will also grow in leaps and bounds.
Definitely.
So in studio, when you look at the bio, you got the bio there, is a young lady. She's got a very, very wise head, and let me just tell you backstory, bruv. What was it? Here, Imara Mall?
Yeah.
You been to Imara Mall?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you doing there? May I ask?
I had a gig. I'm a DJ, so I was playing at Art Club.
Or at the club, yeah?
Art Club and the Manhattan.
The Manhattan?
Yeah.
You played at both clubs?
Yes.
A bit of a langa, luckily.
Why?
Huh?
It's where the money comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, first time I met her, she was opening a store on, the first floor, second floor. The one above ground floor, which is?
Which one?
What is the floor above ground floor?
Mezzanine. No, yeah. See, above ground floor.
Technically it's a mezzanine floor. Yes.
Mezzanine and fast floor. Depends on which malls you go to.
No, now I'm talking about in that mall. It's mezzanine, yeah? Okay, so that floor.
Yeah.
So I went there and then I saw the thinking and the focus and the degree of attention to detail that she put into that store.
Okay.
The chain, and the first one I went to, because it was in the Westgate Mall. Never been to Westgate since after the damn thing.
Yeah.
But my person said, you've got to come, because this woman, when it comes to fashion, she has definitely got it.
Okay.
Went to a store in the Westgate.
Okay.
User-friendly prices, and I'm telling you, the fashion sense. I know you don't have fashion sense because
I know myself.
be upstanding, so that if you're watching, by the way, you need to live stream this. It's spicefm.co.ke. Please be upstanding, abstract.
Then you want people to see my poor taste.
No, not your t-shirt, my man.
That's a cute t-shirt.
Yes, indeed.
For it?
Yes. Indeed. And she says that she's that kind of person. So, do you know what? Went to in the space of this a year.
Okay.
There was Westgate. Then there's one at the Greenhouse on Nagong Road. And then she recently opened that one at the Imara Mall. I'll tell you, it is CRIS NJOKI. It is called IKOJN. She's in the studio. Wapi wale watu mashangwe na vigelegele. There is CRIS. Welcome to SpiceFM.
Thank you.
Okay, now this is not a parliamentary select committee session. So we're here to hang out.
All right.
And remember, it's all about aspiring to inspire.
Got it.
Now, first of all, very, 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 very quickly, tell us your backstory, because I was told, abstract.
Okay.
Yeah. That CRIS, first of all, obviously you studied fashion design.
I did, yeah.
Where was that done?
In Nairobi, actually. So there's a fashion school in Nairobi called Mackensall School of Fashion.
Sharp. Okay.
So that's why I did my fashion course. It took me about 3.5, 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a proper course.
Proper. Yeah. So that's why I studied everything.
Yeah.
The manual work and the business side, all of it, the art side, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the fashion, I'm not disparaging anyone.
Yeah.
Me, the local guys I knew went to Evelyn School of Design.
I did.
You see?
I did as well.
Yeah.
So what happened actually, the longer part of the story is when I left high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So then I did business school for a really short time. I didn't even finish the course. I think I was there for like 6-7 months.
Yeah. Okay.
And I knew that wasn't for me. Okay. So my dad then told me, okay, you've had a sewing machine. You're always like fixing your clothes.
Yes.
Why don't you go learn tailoring? At that time, we didn't know fashion school.
Right.
So I tried Kenya Polytechnic, and just as I was about to enroll into Polytechnic, my dad heard about Evelyn's. So then I went to Evelyn's and I was there for a semester, and then someone who was in my class knew another school that was opening up.
Right.
You know, so when I went to the new school, I went and they had all these brand new shiny machines and all these fashion books, and I was like, this is where I belong, you know.
Zile za Evelyn zilikuwa zimechapa.
Okay, let me not try to speak badly. But yeah, the other ones are brand new. That smell of brand new equipment.
Yeah,
okay.
And they had all these Vogues and things, and I was like, this is where I belong. So literally in a weekend, I was in the other school.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. Clearly also Nairobi. Ne?
Yeah.
And the school's still there. Okay,
Still there.
Clearly it must be good because then
Definitely.
you came out of it.
Yeah.
But legend has it then, okay, so you finish.
Yeah.
And then what happens next?
So when I finished my studies, I knew I wanted to start a brand, but at the time, I can say I was a bit scared. I was nervous. As an artist, I didn't want to put my work out there and people don't like it.
Okay.
And at that time, I was feeling a lot of pressure because a lot of my friends also studied, but they didn't do anything artistic. All of them went to be doctors and like law and things like that.
Wow.
So I was under so much pressure. I'm like, oh my God, I went this other direction.
Yes.
Went into fashion school. I need to make sure this first collection is so fire.
Yes.
You know, so there was all this pressure. So I was like, okay, before I start my brand and do all of these things, I think I need to do a bit of research. It was excuses.
Right.
But I was like, let me do a bit of research. So I started a second-hand business.
Right.
Where I would get Tumba stuff from Gikomba and then I would sell. Okay. So that was also my way of raising cash because I knew I needed capital for my brand, being that I wanted it to be a ready-to-wear brand.
Right.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this will be my way of testing the market. And I also really was, at that time, e-commerce was new. Internet, online, social media. I knew I wanted the brand to be heavy in digital. Okay. So I was like, okay, maybe this is my way to test it out.
Right.
So I got into the secondhand market and I used to sell on Facebook. So I used to take pictures with my mom's camera, sell on Facebook. And literally, I mean, that time when you're getting stuff from Gikomba, the markups were like ridiculous. Indeed. I was getting something for 50 bob, selling it for 800, 1,000.
Wow. Right.
Yeah,
and,
you know.
And you see, they said this administration is all about innovation.
Yeah.
So speaking of the innovation, I hear that fine, you would buy the second hand, but you would make to one adjustment or two or three
Definitely.
on the garment,
yes,
so that you make it different and stand out
and unique, you know. So it's like
that.
I would get something and it looks amazing, but then I don't like the sleeves, or I don't like the length, or I don't like the fit around the waist.
Right.
So then I had my sewing machine in my bedroom. I would literally rip it up, adjust it, sell it.
Come
like
on.
that. Not for all of them, but for a lot of them.
I love it.
Yeah.
Online.
Online.
Okay.
We started Facebook. That was before IG even came about.
Yes.
Started Facebook, did Facebook for about like 6 or so months, and then now Instagram came out, so I got an account and we moved on to IG. Like that was really my training on digital and e-commerce. I wouldn't really call it e-commerce because we didn't have a website, but I really was able to learn quickly how to sell to customers a product that they cannot see, cannot touch, and they cannot try on. Yeah.
All right. I love it. Now, you know, sorry, Chris, now give us a timeline. So from when you finished the course,
yes.
and then you started online, right?
Yeah.
When was that? What year? And
so
then we start selling.
So I would say, because I did the second-hand business for about a year and a half. I finished school in 2013.
Sharp.
So I'd started my business already before I finished school. For about half a year, I'd already started.
Sharp.
So let's say I did 2013 and like half of 2014.
Okay.
That's when I did the second-hand business.
Okay.
Then now, once I reached the amount I needed to start my brand, I stopped it. And then now I started working towards now establishing the IKOJN brand. And then 2015, we did it.
You know, those who know you know, not only do you work hard, you work smart as well.
Yeah.
So so this is 2013. So like by 2014, what figure was that you said, now this is the amount of color that I need to start this biashara?
Yeah.
Because like abstract, when you say, okay, remember when you talk about the two machines that you need so that you can hire them out, and you've got that figure fixed in your kyongos,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
But is it still that fixed figure, or would you venture out like Chris and listen, let me go to market, and then when that figure comes, it's like the springboard to go forward?
Yeah, actually, because like mostly if you when it started, you get an equal cheaper equipment, then hire it out, then get enough money to actually get the equipment that you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that of self-actualization imefika?
Zilishafika ziko.
They've landed.
Yeah,
Congratulations. So and what figure was that, may I ask, darling?
So the figure that I knew I needed to start the IKOJN brand at the time was about 1M,
Yes.
1.2.
Good job.
So for me, I knew that was enough because I knew at that time I'd tried to do my research
Yeah.
on production in
Yeah.
Kenya. I didn't find anywhere that could do my production. So I knew, okay, if I need to produce anything, I need to go to China because at that time there was no local designers doing ready to wear.
Yes.
Okay.
I was the only one. So I was like, okay, there's no one doing production here. I think I need to go to China. So I knew that was enough money to get me a ticket there to do like a deposit on my first collection.
Okay.
And then to bring the stuff here and begin selling already.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I love it. And this is Guangzhou. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, then we talk about, then you launch the brand
Right.
that we call IKOJN.
Right.
Okay. And which year is this?
So this is 2015, but there's a long story. there.
Exactly.
It's a funny-
So you know what we're going to get from 2015
Yeah.
to the here and now.
Yeah.
You're going to tell us about your equipment that has landed, no?
Yeah, I will.
If you've got any questions for Chris NJOKI, we're hanging out. Aspire to inspire. It's all about innovation, as this administration, this regime is saying.
Definitely.
You know what? If you put your mind to it, it will be done.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know what? So she used to buy secondhand. And then, you know what? It takes them apart, most of them, and then just makes them unique, custom to you. I want to know, did you know that IKOJN just only does ladies wear, my brother?
Actually, it's the first time I'm actually hearing of the brand. But I remember you this time you invited me
Yes.
when she was doing the Imara one. Remember?
Yes. By the way, I told you.
Yeah, I was to come.
There were ladies.
Too bad. Now I know.
Hey, so Chris, listen, we're hanging out, right?
Yeah.
And obviously your particular lessons. If you've got a question for Chris, what do you do, bro?
All you have to do is just hit us up on our social, that is SpiceFM KE on both Facebook and Twitter.
And then the number is
0719012600.
all right. Now, why strictly the ladies? What was the journey between 2013 and 20? So it's like 10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's music, and you sent us some songs, right?
Yeah, I did.
So here's where you play, because ideally you should be sitting here.
Okay.
But now, what is your list of songs? What was your first song?
I don't even remember that list I sent you. I just know I really like all of those songs that I sent. You told me to have from different years and
Yeah,
everything. I tried to
bo-
be very organized.
Yeah, by the way.
I hope you were impressed by that list.
This list,
I really tried.
it was fantastic. So on the list, okay. So this is her list. Huh?
Okay.
It's because you're the connoisseur of music, ne?
Okay.
There's Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill.
Okay.
No, you have no clue what that is all about. There's Eurythmic, Sweet Dreams. That one, please don't usinilete. And then the Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun.
Yeah, that I know.
No, I can tell what you know and you don't know. There's Bonnie Tyler, because now that he's got a girlfriend now. So
Congratulations.
we were getting a bit concerned. There's Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of My Heart. And then Wayne Wonder, Saddest Day of My Life. Nelly Furtado, Promiscuous. And Lil Wayne, Lollipop. And then finally, Anne-Marie, One Thing. She's got taste, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to start with, and tell us what these songs mean to you. We're going to start with Cyndi Lauper, I think. Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
All right.
A day, because it starts with C. I mean, do you want Eurythmics? What do you want to start with?
I think Surprise Me.
Okay.
Surprise me.
So it's Cyndi Lauper. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I'm a Jagababa. What do you?
Let's go with that.
What is it? So we always ask the meaning. What does this song mean to you, by the way, Chris?
So I think for me, this is one of the songs that I knew when I was young. It's one of the first songs that really stuck to me when I was a young girl. And it just, because growing up, I grew up in a household. My dad was quite strict. And,
Right, yes.
I didn't have TV growing up.
What?
No, that's a lie.
I promise. I didn't have TV growing up because I broke it. It was my fault. I broke the TV and my dad says he's not buying a new one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can understand how grown-ups break TVs. For some people get inspired, temperamental, or Chelsea are losing, kick something.
Yeah.
Or, you peed on the TV, some, stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
But how did you break the TV as a child?
So my cousin and I were having this game of who could kick closest to the TV without actually breaking it.
Allah.
Yeah, I know, it was a silly game. And someone would stand on the side.
You mean like judo?
And if you skid on the screen, then it's whoa,
Yes.
So there was the skidding thing.
Right.
And if you have the longest skid, you're the winner.
Right.
So my foot just went through.
Is your foot okay?
My foot was good. The TV was not.
And then So, so I can understand you recanting that story, and then have you ever done something that your folks look at you like, what?
Yeah, that's exactly how my dad. He was just like, really? Okay, good. I think we'll stay without it.
Okay,
it's fine.
And what did your siblings have to say about that?
I mean, at that time they were younger, anyways.
Right.
I'm the firstborn,
okay.
So it's like you're not coming at me yelling. It's like it's done. It's done. Read a book.
So they had no TV for how long because of you until you left?
Yeah, from about maybe I'd say 13, 14 to about 18.
So in the days of our lives,
nothing. So I used to have to go to school earlier than everyone, find the person who's watched all those things, and I'm just to resort. Certain guys are talking at break time. I'm like, yeah, cuando se smia. Yeah.
I tell you.
That was it.
Maybe that's why she is where she is today. There's a lesson to that, bruh.
Definitely.
No watching of TV, ne?
Yeah. And we used to have book club every Friday.
Book club, my friend, at home.
Yeah, with my family. Everyone has a book you read it during the week, and we go through them on Friday.
Book club every Friday. That's why IKOJN is where it is today. Meanwhile, others, whipped cream TV.
Spice.
After she put her foot through the TV, that's Cyndi Lauper with Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. It's all about Transformational Thursdays. And in studio, she is the driving force behind IKOJN. It is CRIS Jockeys in the studio. And you know what? Speaking of driving forces and on Transformational Thursday, she's putting African fashion on the global map. She's got 3 stores now, and it started back in the day while she was still in school. And you know what? She used to go and buy secondhand from Gikomba and Toy Market, and then basically redo the design so that she makes sure that that particular piece stands out for you, the individual, the wearer. Journey that started in 2013, no?
Yes.
And it is now 10 years down the road. She's got 3 stores, and going forward, let's talk about CRIS. Okay, so there you are. You get your seed money.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, fine. I'm absolutely good to go. Now it's all about, everyone is a business person in their kiongos. I'm an Amnagari, bro.
Yeah, true.
But then you basically then took the formal route, because obviously, a lot of people look abstract.
Yeah.
If you to make the color, the biashara, okay, aside from DC would be doing COVID. Yeah? You literally have to be in a club.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah?
Not really.
You can send the 2 videos to somebody, they'll just put music, you put music to it. They send you the video and you put music to it.
I just go live.
Okay, online, right?
Yeah, just like a setup like here, and then I go live, and they put the details, and then they cash up and every other thing, like we used to do during COVID.
By the way, right? And how's that going in this day and age now?
That's the way to go right now. Most people actually do that.
All right, so you went online first, CRIS.
Yes, I did.
And why did you start in that sense and not basically, it's called what? Brick and mortar.
Brick and mortar. So at that time, I remember, I think online had just like the websites was still new.
Exactly.
The whole concept of online was really new, right? But then in my head, I was like, wow, it's mind blowing, because with a store, you're only meeting the people in that area. But online, you're telling me someone in the States or in Russia can see whatever it is I'm pushing. So that concept just blew my mind. And I think at that time, I was like, I am personally in the exact right time, right moment to be on this wagon, because I'm still youthful enough to take the risk. The brand is still so young. We're just starting out. It's like, it's not gonna, if it fails, because that was the time even people used to talk a lot bad things about social media.
Yes, you can get conned.
Everything. Everyone had something bad to say about it. But I was like, if it goes well, this is gonna be the best thing we ever did for the brand. So I just decided we're going to jump on this wagon, whether or not we're the only ones doing it. We're going to jump on the Facebook, on the IG, and eventually get into our website, our own website, whether it's third party before we get our own. But I fully committed to it, because the idea of someone seeing our stuff, even when they're not in your area, was mind blowing.
I like that. So you see, now this is then, as you say, it's basically you're walking to the jungle.
Right.
All right. You're an explorer.
Yeah.
What is step 1? Who do you talk to? Who are you approaching? How do we get from the brain to online? And you know how those ones, like when you order your condoms, and then they come a different brand from what you ordered. I mean, like when you do your Amazon thing,
Okay.
Yeah, those toys that you order.
Do you order condoms on Amazon?
You don't listen to what.
So how did you? And this is now.
Right.
You see, so now it's a dime a dozen, right?
Yeah.
But then, who do you approach? I mean, hopefully these are not trade secrets.
No.
What did you do then?
No. Honestly, at that time, I think because of being in school and even the people who taught me that time when I was in school, a lot of them were current local designers, and they had the same kind of business model, which was custom made and very, very high end, expensive. They were all doing the same thing. So even when I finished school, I knew what I wanted to do was different and no one else was doing it. I wanted to do ready to wear. I wanted to do very affordable. I'll probably be labeled cheap and cheerful, whatever. I knew all these things. And so I knew there was really no one I could go to. So I was like, okay, let me take this road that no one is traveling. That way, no one is going to come and tell me, oh, you're doing something wrong. It's like, no, let me be the one to do it, and no one can tell me what's wrong or what's
pivoted.
Right. Yeah,
exactly.
And I went there, and I remember Facebook. I was like, what? You can actually create a free account. For me, that became the basis of the brand. It's like, if I can do it for free, let me use that platform and use it to the best of my ability because it's free. Brick and mortar, I have to pay deposit, goodwill, all these different things. It's like, let me use this free platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a stage where you're like, damn, because like you said, it's global.
Yes.
Then an order came from somewhere and like, I cannot believe I'm getting orders from this particular place because it's far.
Yeah.
Where was that?
So I remember the one that really shocked me the most was Rwanda, because that was when we just started. There was a whole mix-up that happened with the China thing. It didn't work out, and that's how I just decided to do production in Kenya. But now when we started the production in Kenya, it was myself and a lady who I was training from scratch what I learned in school.
Yes.
Okay.
So I remember we started really small with like 5-10 pieces, going to like very particular people. And then I remember maybe 6 months down the line, we got an order from Rwanda, and it was on WhatsApp. And I was like, okay, first of all, actually, they sent a message on Facebook. And then they sent on, we gave them the number, they sent on WhatsApp, and we were chatting on WhatsApp. They're like, yeah, I'm from Rwanda, I want to order many things. And so we sent her like our lookbook of stuff, and she ordered so much. And she's like, yeah, just put it on DHL, whatever. And for me, that's when I was sold. I was like, what we're doing online, I know this is the first one we've gotten in 6 months, but it's working.
I love it.
This is someone who came on Facebook. Facebook.
This is after 6 months.
Yeah.
Good one. So now this is after 6 months, but you've been to China. That production's not working. Why? Because Chinese. Is it because of the sizes? Small is small. I'm a quality control.
Yeah, quality control.
Yeah, because you literally got to be there watching every single step.
So you can imagine, like, after I stopped my secondhand business, I've saved up my chum. I've said, okay, this is the money I need to start my brand. I took myself to China. Tried so hard to find a factory, because there the problem is the MOQs are too big. So you're talking 10,000, 20,000.
Hey, stop. Why are you using fighting words here? What is MOQ?
MOQ is minimum order quantity.
You see? Asking. It's learning.
Yeah, so you can't just go into a factory and say, oh, I like this dress, give me 10 pieces.
Yes. Yes.
You can't say I want 100. No, they deal with like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Wow.
So it took us such a long time. It took me such a long time to find a small factory outskirts of China that the minimum MOQ they did for me, I think, was 500. 500 per style, per color. So if it's this dress, if I want it in a different color, I need to do 500 of this and 500 of that.
The other one, yeah.
And that time the brand is barely even a month old. And I was like, okay, no one even knows about us in Kenya. How am I going to sell all these pieces? But I was like, I have to get it done. I can't go back to Nairobi too. So I put all my cash there, paid deposit, everything. We agreed everything was going to be good. And when it comes to Nairobi in a month, I pay the balance and we're good. Okay. So I came back to Nairobi, waited 1 month. I was really excited. No, that was when I was setting everything up. Our logos, our words, pages, all that. And the stuff came a month later. And I remember it was a Saturday, and I opened very big boxes, and I opened, because total I think was coming to about 5,000, 6,000 pieces. And I remember opening the first box and removing this item, and it was completely different from what we had agreed when I was there. The fabric was so terrible, it literally felt like polythene paper. The zip was bad, like stuck. I couldn't sell this, and this is the first item I'm putting out after, like, first brand. Remember the pressure I told you about?
Yes.
I have this pressure. With all this pressure, I can't be putting out substandard products.
Right.
So I was so stressed. I was like, okay, now what's this? Like literally I cried for a week. I'm not even exaggerating. I cried for a week, and if there was ever a time I was about to stop,
yes,
it was that time.
So you burnt through the meter's gone.
Everything.
What?
My Jesus.
Everything has gone. Like literally, I was just lucky. Before I took the trip, I bought 2 sewing machines, like the proper production ones, and then I got this new girl who I was training slowly. But other than that, I didn't have anything else. And when I went on my trip, I at least bought some fabrics here and there that I liked. So those are the fabrics I said. After all that happened and I cried for a week, I was like, okay, we have to come back to the drawing board. And I created a whole new collection, which I sewed myself. I stitched it myself, and I did everything myself.
Pause. That's why we talk about aspire to inspire.
Definitely.
She starts off, she makes the meter, she's ready to go. She gets on the jet plane, she goes all the way to China, Guangzhou, does her thing. The shipment lands, and it's totally all gone to what's the word, Baba? What's the other word for crap? Sorry.
Depends on what you really say.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So it's like we've got to start again.
Wait.
One would give up. She did not. She bought sewing machines. She's got her apprentice. Mm-hmm. From then to now, what is that story? We're going to get to that next, but let's go to the music. Nebra?
Yep.
Okay. So the second song that you've chosen is which one, my dear? It's Kate Bush, yes?
Yes.
And what's the song?
Running Up a Rat Hill.
Good choice, especially considering what you've just said. Kate Bush, Running Up a Rat Hill. What does that song mean to you?
So I feel like this song for me, it's just, I don't know, it's one of those, I like sad songs. Let me just disclaimer. I like sad songs because they make me feel like, let's just like cry and woe right now, and then when I'm done listening, I'm like, okay, now let's go pushing. So I like those sad songs. So they give me a moment to sort of be vulnerable and like feel bad, because with what I do, I really don't have time to be like feeling down or whatever. Because there's people I'm leading, I can't be over there like, oh my god, they're like, no, if my energy is not there, no one else is going to work, so I always need to keep pushing in public. So I like sad songs in private, then I can be like, oh my god.
Because I was about to ask, so now in the factory space, in the working space, what are they listening to? I'm like, what?
They love reggae.
It's reggae, eh?
Love reggae. They're like always having the proper speaker there. They do nice music.
Do you a good reggae song?
I'm already reggae fanatic.
You're not a reggae fanatic, no?
Nope.
So you can't recommend a good reggae song?
No, I start thinking.
You don't even know one song. Okay, what song do you listen to when you're smoking that spliff?
I don't smoke.
Spliff.
I don't know what that spliff is.
Ganja. Cannabis sativa. Bangi. Kwenda huko.
I like what he said. Is that,
Hey, Nelly Furtado there featuring Timberland. It's an absolutely beautiful song. It is Promiscuous. It stems back from the time when basically, she was emancipated. Suddenly, she was good to go. The brand had now basically got to its feet. Then it started running. We are talking about the brand being IKOJN. We are here with the creative designer, CEO, CFO, founder, and it is Chris NJOKI in the studio. So, Chris, it's all about Transformational Thursday, aspiring to inspire. And indeed, when it comes to grit, bruv, it doesn't get better than that, ne?
Exactly.
Especially, and you might be sitting there and you're like, oh man, you've invested in one particular venture and then things have gone totally south. Chris is the epitome of, get up, dust yourself off, and then let's off to the races.
Exactly.
2020, some might say it was a bad year. It was a very good year for her because lockdown, basically, all that she had been doing online as far as the brand IKOJN is concerned. The orders now started coming in, the fast and the furious. Suddenly, we're back to where we were at Table 1. That is now at the Westgate Mall. Why Westgate, Chris?
So Westgate was a familiar space for us because there was the store that was there before COVID.
Yeah.
So for me, it just felt like, we stopped it too soon. That store that we had with the designers had been now gaining momentum. People knew where we were. Guys knew they could find IKOJN at Westgate.
Okay.
So when we had to shut it down, I was like, it felt, okay, you're snatching something. And people now are calling, they're like, are you guys still at Westgate? So we're like, okay, it's the same choice, because also we've seen the traffic was great. People were coming through. So we wanted to just continue with that. And so it was the safest choice. Instead of going and trying somewhere else that we don't know, we stuck there. And it's been going really well. We still have our store there. In fact, the first one we started with there was really tiny.
Yes.
And it still worked.
Yes.
Then last year we moved to a bigger space, still in Westgate.
Yeah.
So it's been great. I mean,
like I said early on, the only reason I went into Westgate, was to go to IKOJN.
Okay.
nice.
Okay. And it was a trip. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful mall. And then so that was number 1.
Yeah.
And this is end of 2020, beginning of 21, is it?
Beginning of 21. That was March 2020.
March 2021.
Yeah.
Then we've been growing in leaps and bounds, literally. The next March 2021, do your math, Baba. So in the next 18 months, then you literally opened 2 more stores.
Yes.
And which was the first one?
So first was Imara, which was November 2022.
Yes.
And then Greenhouse came December 2022.
You see, so in 2 months, you opened 2 stores, different sides of the city of Nairobi. They always say it's about location.
Definitely.
Yeah, like you've opened your boardings and lodgings.
It's Airbnb, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shh.
And it's abstract, so they welcome everyone. All are welcome.
So, and then Costa Rica.
Yeah, Nyali.
So why Nyali?
Actually, most clubs are actually located there,
Which is true.
and most people actually and the beach hotels and everything. Most people actually frequent Nyali mostly. I mean, if not Nyali, Diani, because I'm planning to actually go to Diani and and check out places, scout places.
Okay.
So that's was the whole idea. And most of my parents, my DJ, when they go there,
But in Diani, you've got to know your red and white wine. You know what I'm saying?
Chris will teach me about this.
I'll give you some lessons.
Thank you.
So location, Chris.
Yeah.
Why Imara Mall?
So actually how Imara Mall came about is because for us, when we were opening the next 2 stores, remember we have our website, right? So people have been purchasing from our website and we deliver to them. So us opening a new store was just not, okay, what mall do we get? It was based on data and findings from the deliveries we've been making to our customers who've been shopping on the website.
So it's not madness, it's a method to the strategy.
Exactly. So after Westlands, our top 2 locations. So in fact, our second location was around Gong Road, Kilimani area.
Right.
And that's where we were going to have our first spot after Westgate.
Right.
But then the spot we wanted, there was some stuff involved in there. We couldn't get it. So we needed to go to the next option because I knew IKOJN was ready for a second store. People had been asking, they want to experience the brand a lot more in person. They want to come and try on, feel things, So I knew we needed a store and we needed to increase our distribution.
Okay.
So then the third one after that was along Mombasa Road. Mombasa Road, South Sea area, this whole area, and stuff. So then when the deal with Greenhouse went down, I went to the next one, which was Mombasa Road, and we came to Imara. And I remember I saw the mall. It was very new, vibrant, very much our vibe. I was like, okay, I think we can do this, And we got a really, really cool location on first floor, which was actually occupied by another store. But then they said, okay, if you want to come, then us guys will move then.
That would be mezzanine, bro.
We moved into Imara, and literally after I signed the Imara papers that we were going to move in, like a week or so after, I got a space in Greenhouse. And I couldn't back down. I was like, it's okay, we'll take it, It will take it.
So from someone who was, clearly a risk taker, because, but you honestly believe in yourself, because after that Chinese debacle, a lot of guys have been like, Apana, that's a girl talking.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Skip that ish,
Yeah.
Let me pivot this way. Then you open a store in one end of Nairobi, in 1 month. The next month, you know what? Let's go. So what lessons would you give somebody who's listening to you right now and they're like, you know what? I've got the belief. You go with your instinct. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
What do you tell somebody who's listening to you right now?
I think what I would say is the biggest thing you can ever not do is make a decision or make a move. You'd rather make that decision and make that move and it's the wrong move or the right move.
Okay.
It's a 50-50 chance.
I like
You
it.
never know.
Yes.
But if you don't do it, that's much
You'll
worse.
never know.
Yeah,
You'll never
that's much worse than making no decision at all or no move at all. So I would say, honestly, just do it. If that thought is in your head and you really have that belief, it doesn't have to be that grand, but there's a reason why it's in your head and in your heart. But if you don't do anything about it, you'll never know. So,
Chris.
go for it.
Okay, so what next?
More stores for sure. More stores. I'm looking at more stores and I'm looking at growing our production. Let me tell you, Coach, I'm really having an amazing time building a team that sees the vision.
How many
that
are you
I'm
now?
seeing. Right now, we are 27.
My
Wow.
God.
27. And, you know, the more we grow, every time I'm looking around, I was like, oh my God, oh, you guys are looking at me for answers. Oh gosh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it can get a bit daunting, but
You still can't believe you're the boss.
yeah, but what I love the most is being able to like make it very clear to everybody in IKOJN that this is where we're going.
I love it.
And they get it. And I'm like, yeah, so let's push. And anything you need, I'm here for you. Just being able to grow that very hardworking, cohesive team for me, it's like my pride and joy.
I love it.
So yeah, I want us to grow. I think I want us to get to like, my audacious goal right now is in 5 years to have 1,000 women in production working under IKOJN full time.
Why just women?
I like women. I feel like women have a lot of
Chief, she likes women.
we have a lot that we don't think is possible that needs to be shown is possible.
Wow.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I want to be the one to hold that lantern and guide everybody and be like, you know what? Women, we can do this.
I love it.
So let me ask you, are you only going to focus on Nairobi or are you going to...
Good one.
No. So my focus right now is Africa. I want IKOJN to dress African women, right? So I'm not too interested on going outside of Africa, although if the opportunity comes, I'm not going to say no if it's really good, but I'm focused on dressing Africa. So Nairobi is great. We're looking to go outside of Nairobi as well, and after that I want to do the neighboring Kenyan countries, you know, going to TZ,
East Africa, and then
East Africa, and eventually I just want to like dominate Africa. And the thing is, I know the stores might take a bit of time, but I want to dominate Africa in e-commerce. Digital and e-commerce, literally, guys, it's the future. So for me, I know that dream 8 years ago was put in my head for a reason, and I'm like, I know we can achieve it. I know we can literally be the biggest e-commerce retail brand in Africa.
I love it. And you know, within Kenya, sorry brother.
Okay. You see, like most people would say they venture into women clothes because basically us men we just shop once in a while. Is that true?
There's an aspect of truth through that, I would lie.
Okay.
First of all, men are less adventurous. You're less adventurous when it comes to shopping. You're less adventurous when it comes to trying new things.
Okay.
You see, a woman, I'm going to give her these kinds of colors and she's going to be like, okay, yeah, I can try that. That looks funky.
Yes.
But a guy, I give you a shirt looking like this, you'll be like, hey, I don't want to be seen like that, you know? So I like the sense of adventure that women have, because that's the best thing for a designer. It's the best thing for a creator, because then there's no boxing in the kind of creativity we can come up with. The other reason is like, I know how to dress myself. I know how to dress my body. I know it looks good. So it becomes like natural just to do the same for other women.
Okay.
For men, I'd have to like study Yuki Dogo. I don't know if I want to go that deep. So I was like, okay, we'll see. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Well, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
So you know, you got something going on tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. So tomorrow we are having a special event at our greenhouse mall. So it's actually just a nice after work sort of cocktail vibe happening. There will be some great discounts happening in store. So we're at Greenhouse Mall on Gong Road, ground floor. And it will be happening from 4 p.m. to about 8 p.m. So if you're available, come through. And you can check us out on our socials as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram, IKOJN Live. So remember, IKOJN is IKOJN.
Yeah, tell me about that first of all. Just finish the IKOJN.
Yeah, so IKOJN live on IG and then IKOJN on everywhere else, every other platform.
Now, tell us about the name, by the way.
The name IKOJN?
Yes.
So my name is CRIS NJOKI.
Yes.
So IKOJN is actually NJOKI backwards. And the J is silent.
Boss.
That's super creative. so
Yeah.
On that shoot drop moment. Of course.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think of that.
Yep.
Final.
That's everyone's reaction.
I love that. Final message to anyone, because it's all about aspiring to inspire. You've got the grit. You've been at the bottom of the trenches. Mm-hmm. Now you're streaking towards the top of Everest.
Yeah.
What's your message?
What I would say is start with what you have. A lot of times you feel like, I can't start something because I don't have this.
Okay.
I feel like I looked at my lack of things as an opportunity to learn. My lack of money, my lack of whatever experience, all of that. I took that as an opportunity to learn. And that's what I would like to, challenge all of us. Start where you are with what you have, no matter how little it is. There's so many free resources out there that we can use. And take advantage of it.
Take advantage of it. She will be dressing Africa without a shadow of a doubt. Catch up with her at her store tomorrow at the Greenhouse Mall. That clearly is on Nagong Road. Yes.
Yeah.
You say it like an Odero, my friend. Okay, so it's on the ground floor, and then she's also got the store at the Imara Mall, which is a first floor is called what?
Mezzanine.
Indeed, they're there. And then also at the Westgate Mall.
First floor.
On the first floor.
Yeah.
IKOJN is NJOKI backwards. I love that. And the J is silent.
Yeah.
CRIS NJOKI, thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you for having me, Coach.
It's absolutely brilliant. Now, Chris, before you go, there's a story here. This hour we usually have, it's called The Court. Ne?
I'm ready.
And somebody's written it, no? And says, hi guys, love the show. Thanks for bringing radio back. Cheers. Now, writes on and says, I've never had a problem being a kept woman, but this new guy is really testing my limits. First of all, their family money comes from a history of some of the worst corruption and drug scandals this country has ever seen. I googled his grandfather's name and almost vomited. Wow. But all of that would be forgivable if the guy wasn't also so vulgar and verbally abusive with me and other people, including the staff at his own house. I think he's watched one too many gangster movies and listened to too much gangster rap. I know this thing of ours can't last. So, should I cut and run now? Or do the country a favor and mooch off this guy for as long as this bad romance lasts? Abstract. Watches too many movies. Do you think he watches movies with cream, bro?
So that comes. I actually had 3% in that. I don't know the individual.
Yes, but somehow when you hear this story, you read this story. Because I'm thinking of one or two families. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're thinking the same.
Yeah.
Chris, what would you like this? What would you advise this lady?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like she already knows what she wants to do.
I like that.
I feel like she already knows.
Yes.
She's just looking for a way to justify it.
Right?
Yes. She already knows that this guy is vulgar.
Yes.
He's bad.
Yes.
Clearly he treats her horrible.
Yes.
But she wants to give a reason why she wants to stay with him because maybe she enjoys the benefits.
Right.
Yeah. So what I would say is, it's your life, sis. Like, don't look for a reason from anybody to do anything. You do you. If you feel you want to munch on that moolah, just do it, but don't let anyone else give you a reason. Make that reason be you and own it.
Make that reason be you and own it. I want you to own your final song. It's Bonnie Tyler, The Total Eclipse of the Heart. You see now, if you're live streaming this, that's just brought a smile to her face. What is this song? It means something to you, clearly.
Yeah.
Tell us that story.
No, that's a really good song. My family, actually it was my dad who introduced me to that song, and we just used to enjoy it as a family, and it just brings back those memories.
I like your dad is like daddy cool, eh?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, did he used to go to the boogie? Was he a guy of the disco?
Before I was born, yeah. And then he told me once I was born, he looked at my beautiful face and he said, no more booze, no more party, nothing.
Get out. So hold on. So your daddy's girl?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you got brothers?
Yes, I'm the firstborn. I have a younger sister, 5 years younger, and younger brother, 15 years younger.
I see Nani just trying to do the mathematics. Chris NJOKI, Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of My Heart. Next.
Spice.